Hello, I'm Matt Jamie, the director of Pod. Thanks for tuning in to this online filmed version of the show. This film is Pay What You Feel. You may have already made a donation, but if not, you'll find a donation button somewhere on this webpage or in the description of the video on YouTube. You can donate right now or after you've watched the film, whatever you fancy. Anything you can afford is great and goes to help Alphabetti produce more work. Now, you won't hear any laughter or applause on this video. That's not because nobody liked it, that's because we filmed it in an empty theatre. But you're welcome to add your own applause at the end of the film at home. Although you might feel a bit silly. You're watching the audio described version of the film here, so this version includes some audio description over the action of the play. If you're looking for the version without audio description, you need to close this video and find the other version on this page. Thanks for watching, and here is Pod by Arabella Arnott. Pod is set in one location, outside on a campsite. To the right is a large wooden camping pod, a dome-shaped wooden structure. It has a porch on which two wooden chairs are sitting. A door in the centre of the porch leads into the pod. To the left of the pod is a two-seater wooden bench and a small table. To the right of the pod is a small foldable camping stool. The pod is decorated with colourful bunting. We first meet Rose, a white woman in her 40s, wearing a white shirt and denim shorts, and her husband Dan, also in his 40s. He's wearing a green fleece and long blue shorts. Later, Daisy arrives, Rose's younger sister, in her late 20s, wearing bright red dungarees, along with Mum Eilis, a woman in her 70s with glasses and a green shirt and white trousers. Scene 1. Bright daylight. Rose and Dan enter the campsite. They're both carrying a few bags. They look around the space.
Oh, this is lovely, isn't it? Perfect spot.
It is, it's perfect.
Oh, is it though? Perfect.
Honestly, Rose, it's great. A lot bigger than I thought too.
It's so peaceful. Listen to those birds.
It's just what we were after.
Do you think they'll like it?
They'll love it.
Even Daisy.
Oh, come on. An eco-pod. It's right up her street.
Oh, I can never work out what street Daisy's on. And what about Mum? You won't mind, will you? Sharing with all us girls?
I'll cope.
Just going to be a bit weird, isn't it?
Oh, I know, love. Come on, it'll be fine.
I just want everything to be right.
I know you do. It will be, it is. Don't worry. What time are they arriving?
I just said afternoonish. Mum hates being tied to a time, it stresses her out.
Oh, that's because she's got to organise Daisy. Stress anyone out.
Should we just try and be nice?
Yeah, sorry, it's just...
It's just one weekend, she'll be fine.
I know, she exhausts me.
She exhausts everyone. She's exhausting. But it's just one weekend, so let's just try and be nice. And Mum will dilute her a bit.
Fine.
Good.
Fine.
They both sit on the wooden bench. Dan fidgets his leg impatiently.
You're jiffling.
No, I'm not.
You are?
It's just the not knowing.
What?
When they'll get here, the uncertainty of it.
Making you jiffle?
I just don't like waiting. The day's wasting.
That's very dramatic. Can't you just sit here and enjoy the fresh air and the sunshine?
Of course I can.
Without jiffling?
Not without jiffling, no. Sorry. It's just... I was going to go for a 20-miler today.
I knew it was that. I knew it was. You've packed your trainers, haven't you?
I might have.
It's 2 days. It's 2 days without training. You're an addict.
Oh, it's just a plan, you know. I was going to do 20 miles then taper for the marathon.
Ooh, a marathon? You kept that quiet.
26 miles?
26.2. Don't forget the point 2.
So can I go before they get here? Because there could be ages yet. Then it's done. It's out the way.
When I did my marathon, I fitted it in around you, around us. I didn't just disappear at important family gatherings.
I won't be long.
It's 20 miles.
Can I go and get changed?
Fine.
Thanks, love. It's just I've been so good at following the plan, haven't I? And it's a lovely day. It'd be a shame not to, wouldn't it?
Just go.
Dan goes into the pod. Rose's sister Daisy arrives carrying a cake in a box.
Dan, they're here.
What?
Mum and Daisy are here.
Oh, right. Jim.
Hiya.
There's no vehicle access?
No, I know.
So we've had to walk?
Well, yes.
From the road?
It's not far.
It's miles, isn't it, Mum? I'm saying we've had to walk a long way with all the bags and everything. Poor Mum could barely keep up, could you, Mum?
Iris enters, weighed down with loads of bags.
Could have thought about that, Rose.
Perhaps if you carried a bag or two.
About the accessibility of the site, about poor old Mum. I mean, it's fine for me, I'm fine, of course I am. Mum's no spring chicken, are you, Mum? No, she's not. And now she's exhausted before she's even got here, aren't you, Mum?
I'm fine.
Just the bags.
You could have taken the bags, Daisy.
I was carrying the cake.
Cake?
I've made a cake. She's made a cake. For Dad's birthday.
Right.
Because he said we couldn't have a balloon or anything, so I've done a cake.
Wait till you see this cake.
Is it a paleo cake? Can you eat cake if you're paleo?
I'm not paleo.
I thought you were paleo.
I'm not paleo.
Sure you were paleo last time I saw you.
It just goes to show how long it's been since you bothered to see us.
Well, I spoke to you yesterday and I saw you last week.
God, Rose, I didn't realise you were so obsessed with everything I eat.
I'm not. It's you who's all obsessive.
You really need to learn to let things go, Rose. Do you want us to teach you some breathing techniques?
What? No.
Dan comes out of the pod dressed in running
Hi,
gear.
everyone.
Oh, looking buff, Bill.
Can you take these bloody bags down?
Certainly can.
Who's Bill? Brother-in-law. B-I-L. It's an acronym, duh.
Oh, right.
Not very big.
What?
The pod? Thought it'd be bigger.
It's a 4-man pod. It's the biggest one they have.
Right, well, I shall be off.
Dan's doing a marathon.
No, not now, Iris. 20 miles a day.
Ah, last one before your taper.
Mum did a marathon for her 40th.
Really?
Oh, yes. 4 hours on the dot. Not bad considering Daisy was only a year old.
Wow, how come I didn't know that?
Well, I don't like to go on about it.
Oh, God, no, neither does Dan, do you, Dan?
When everyone's quite finished going on about the boring running achievements, I've made a cake.
Daisy reveals the cake, ugly green icing with the word Dad in red.
It's ran a bit in the heat.
Interesting colour choice.
Can you eat cake if you're paleo?
I'm not paleo.
I thought you were paleo.
She's not paleo anymore, apparently. Keep up.
It's a cancer cake.
Sorry, Daisy, what?
Wait till you hear this.
It's a cancer cake. Well, an anti-cancer cake.
How can a cake be anti-cancer?
I put CBD oil in the icing.
You put what in the icing?
CBD oil.
CBD oil.
It's cannabis.
It's not cannabis, Ma'am.
She's made a giant hash brownie for your dad's birthday.
Daisy!
It's not cannabis. It's perfectly legal and above board. Got it from Holland and Barrett, for God's sake. It'll just help us stay calm and relaxed. And obviously there's the cancer prevention benefit too.
Obviously.
All right, Mr. Cynical, but when you don't get cancer, you'll be thanking me for introducing you to the miracle of CBD oil.
And I presume there's some homeopathic egg and sugar in there too, is there?
You can mock all you like, Dan, but I know several people who've completely cured their cancers with controlled diet and homeopathy.
All right, good for them. I look forward to reading their peer-reviewed studies.
Oh, Dan, you are such a little sheeple.
And she will be used as a singular term.
You think you're so much cleverer than me, don't you, Dan?
You think, Daisy? I know.
Well, this is going well.
Dan, why don't you head off on that run before it gets dark?
It'll be dark for hours.
Just go.
Yes, off you trot, Dan. Don't get lost.
Dan presses a button on his running watch and runs off.
Thank God he's gone. Yours creates such an atmosphere. I think he's over us off kilter.
Oh yeah, that's almost certainly it.
I could work on that for him if he wasn't so closed-minded.
He'd love that.
Don't know how you put up with him, I really don't.
Is there any chance of a drink around here?
Tea? I'll put the kettle on, there's a kettle.
I really think I'm going to need something a bit stronger than that, love. There's some fizz in the cool box. Crack it open before we all go mental.
Scene 2. Early evening the same day. A small wood-burning fire pit is in the centre of the stage. The fire has not been lit yet. Rose is resting on the bench. Iris sits on a chair reading a bird book. Daisy emerges from the pod. She goes over to Iris and gently closes the book.
Do you need to lie down, Mum?
What? Why would I need to lie down?
Well, because it's been a long day.
I'll go to bed when it's bedtime.
No, I meant like a nap, you know.
I'm fine, Daisy. I don't need a nap or a lie down. You have one if you want.
Leave her alone, Daisy. She doesn't want a nap.
Fine. You don't know how she gets.
How I get?
You haven't had a nap, Mum? She gets all irritable and grouchy. And grunty.
I beg your pardon. I most definitely do not get grunty, whatever that means.
Monosyllabic then. Unresponsive.
You make it sound like a medical condition.
I can be chatting away, trying to be good company, and she'll maybe grunt a bit, or huff.
Oh, huffing and grunting. I'm like the three little pigs and the big bad wolf all at once.
See what I mean, Rose? She's making no sense. She needs a nap.
I do not need a nap. It's you, Daisy, and your incessant banal chatter. Sometimes I just need to get away from it. Sometimes I need to lock myself away in my room. I'm not napping or having a lie down. I'm bloody hiding from you.
Thought you'd be glad of the company. There's lots of loneliness amongst the elderly and all.
Chance to be a fine thing.
You've always preferred Rose.
Where did that come from?
She has? Haven't you, Mum? Rose has always been your favourite.
I don't have favourites.
It's completely obvious.
You're being an idiot, Daisy. Maybe you should go and have a lie down.
What, so you two can bitch about it?
I don't have favourites. Well, there could be something in the phrase, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Oh, so you want us to move out? Is that what you want?
Sometimes I wonder why it's not what you want.
Well, I can't afford it, can I? None of us millennials can. We're too busy paying for hot yoga and avocados to buy houses. That's what they say, isn't it?
To be fair, Daisy, you've never really had a real job, have you? So no actual money to spend on avocados.
I have got a job, actually, Miss High and fucking mighty careery woman.
Have you? Has she?
Yes!
Oh, wait till you hear this.
I'm an influencer.
Influenza.
Don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh no, you've explained it to me enough times.
I've explained it to her enough times.
She's got a YouTube channel and an Instagram account with almost 1,000 followers.
Ooh, 1,000.
Nearly. And actually, that's quite good for a little start-up.
She's got a webpage
Right.
and a business Facebook page, she showed me.
Wow.
So it's just a matter of time now.
Well, it is.
Until the revenue comes rolling in, apparently.
I'm not just virtual, you know. I've had business cards done too. I'll get you one.
Daisy gives a business card to Rose, who reads it out.
Aura Regeneration Soul Energizer.
I've done online courses. I've got certificates.
Aura Regeneration Soul Energizer. You do realise this is literally arse, don't you?
Oh, I see. You're just like Dan now, are you? So cynical you can't even bring yourself to be a little bit impressed with my new enterprise. I really thought you were more spiritual than that, Rose.
No, I mean it's Aura Regeneration Soul Energizer. ARSE. It's an acronym. Look.
What are you talking about?
Arse, look.
Oh no.
You really didn't notice?
Well, obviously not, Rose.
I did.
I've had loads of these printed.
I tried to tell you.
I've had 400 printed.
You never listen.
I've been telling people what I do. Nobody said anything.
I mean, is it your job title? Aura Regeneration Soul Energizer? Because it does sound a little bit made up. Is it a thing?
Of course it's a thing. People love it.
She's got us clients.
Shut up, ma'am.
People actually pay you?
Yes, Rose. Why is that so difficult to believe?
Some people pay her. One woman did a skill swap, didn't she, Daisy? Skill swap woman.
Yes, well, I won't be doing that again.
Skill swap.
Yes. She said she'd make us some organic forest foraged triple filtered slow gin in return for a full aura regeneration. She said it was hangover-free, guilt-free alcohol.
It wasn't though, was it?
No.
You were sick everywhere, weren't you?
Yes. False advertising, that's what it was. Unbelievable the claims that some people make.
Isn't it?
She was terribly ill. Sick everywhere.
Yes, all right, Mum. Lesson learned, okay?
How much do people pay you?
It's not about the money, Rose.
Well, no, but how much?
Well, the aura work is £400.
400?
Yeah, and the soul stuff's a bit more. It's very deep work.
More than 400?
Yeah, but I can do them both together for 900, so it works out a bit cheaper for anybody who maybe doesn't have as much money.
900? 900?
It's less than £1,000.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
For an actual life-changing treatment.
Bargain then. Hey, Rose?
It really does change lives, you know. I have testimonials. You should see me Insta. And I do inspirational talks, Facebook Live and YouTube. They're free.
So your arse is all over the internet.
Why can't you just be proud of me? Why do you always have to take the piss? Why can't you take it seriously?
Do you not worry that you might be exploiting vulnerable people?
No! I'm providing a service. I'm actually taking the heat off your precious NHS that you're always banging on about.
I do not bang on about the NHS.
Oh, you do bang on a bit.
I do not.
You went on a march.
Yes, I did go on a march, but that was to support all the junior doctors, all the nurses, everyone who helped make Dad's final days a little bit more bearable. I felt very passionately that they were being undervalued and I wanted to show them solidarity. And actually, Daisy, I thought you might have joined me.
I'm not marching for Big Pharma.
Big Pharma, the NHS, really?
She's all about big pharma nowadays.
Actually, I've been doing some research into cancer treatment recently. And I just think, if I knew then what I know now, I could have saved Dad.
Oh my God, Daisy. No, you couldn't, okay? You absolutely couldn't. You're being ridiculous now and you've actually really pissed me off.
Chemo is poison.
Shut up, Daisy. Don't say anything else. Don't speak.
The problem with you, Rose, is that you just blindly follow the mainstream. You don't do any of your own research. You poo-poo my homeopathy, but you won't even try it. You just neck itchy paracetamol and boom, the pain's gone.
Yeah, well, that's sort of the fucking point of painkillers, isn't it? They kill pain.
Yes, but you're just masking it. You're not treating the root cause.
I don't think your magic sugar pills are going to treat the root cause of my period pain, are they? The root cause of my period pain is my period.
Surprised you still haven't them.
What?
Periods? Thought you'd be menopausal by now.
I'm 45.
Exactly.
I'm not menopausal.
I was 53.
It's probably why you're being so reactionary and emotional.
I'm not menopausal.
Aura work can really help with that.
For goodness sake, Daisy, I am not menopausal. If I'm reactionary, it's because you're talking absolute shit. And if I'm emotional, it's because it's Dad's birthday, okay? And he didn't make it. And we're all being a little bit weird, aren't we? And nobody's really talking about it properly. And I don't think your aura soul-searching shit is going to help with that. So shut up! Shut up!
Well, I think I might go for that lie down, after all.
Iris goes into the pod, followed by Daisy fussing over her. Rose pours herself a drink and sits on a chair.
I don't need
See what you've done now, Rose? You've upset Mum.
I've upset her.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know why you have to be like this.
Like what?
It's like every time we get together.
Oh, it's me, is it?
Yes. It's not me. I live with Mum. She's fine when it's just us.
She just literally said she had to hide from you.
Yes, well, she didn't mean that.
Sounded pretty certain to me.
Oh, Rose, she's in denial
About what?
about how old she's getting. You must have noticed how frail and tired she is recently.
Mum is.
Yes. Scary, isn't it? How old we're all getting. But especially Mum. And now that Dad's gone, it's not like she's got much to live for. You hear about that, don't you? Couples dying within months of each other. Heartbreak. Heartbreaking?
Mum isn't going to die. And she's got loads to live for. Why are you being like this?
I'm not being like anything. I'm just saying. That's why I'm glad that we're doing this. Even though you and Dan seem intent on spoiling it all. This could be our last chance as a family. To say everything that needs to be said. Because life's short.
Mum isn't going to die. Not for ages.
Yes, but what if she does? Don't you think it'd be better if we just said everything there is to say? Just get everything out there. Don't you wish that you had more time with Dad?
Of course I do. Stupid thing to say. We all wish we had more time with him.
Yeah, but aren't there so many things that you wish you'd said?
Not really, no. Dad and I were very fortunate. We had a very close relationship. We told each other everything. I told him I loved him all the time, and he told me and you. There was nothing left unsaid.
I didn't tell him everything. I haven't told anyone everything. And I'm not being funny, but I'm pretty sure there's things that I haven't been told.
Like what?
Well, I don't know, do I? Because I haven't been told. You'd be surprised, though. You can make a pretty good guess. I think I'm onto the little secrets.
What is this? Family conspiracy theories?
Oh yeah, go on, mockers. Everybody does. It's only because you know I'm close to the truth.
What truth?
I think you know.
Spooky. The truth is out there.
Oh yeah. Proper little weirdo, aren't I? I wonder where I get it from.
Me too, Daisy, I really do. But come on, let's just stop this and try and have a nice day.
A nice day.
Okay then, not nice. Gentle, is that better? Let's just try and have a nice, gentle day reminiscing about Dad, and tomorrow we'll celebrate his birthday. He wanted us to be happy for him. He wanted us to be together. Let's just try and honour his wishes and not be weird.
Fine.
Good.
Are you two friends again?
Oh God, did you hear all that?
Well, I might be old, frail and tired, but I'm not deaf. And I found some gin.
We'll light the fire. I'm freezing.
Dan wanted to do it.
Oh, he would. Oh, big man's job that, isn't it? Everyone knows women can't light fires. Don't let the little women light the fire.
Dan isn't like that at all. He just likes making fires.
Shouldn't he be back by now?
Shouldn't be too much longer.
Well, I'm going to make a start.
Can we just wait a bit?
No, Rose, it's been ages and it's getting nippy.
Dan runs in covered in mud and sweat, looking panicked and exhausted. Iris continues to make the fire while Dan gets his breath back. Dan points back in the direction he's come from, trying to say something.
Bull!
What?
There was a bull!
What?
A bull chased me!
Oh my God! Are you okay?
Halloween, through its nose. I didn't know they still did that. Huge horns it had. I was just running through this moorland and it was just roaming around freely. I must have frightened it. Honestly, it was massive. I thought it was going to get me. I've done 2 extra miles just trying to get away from it. 22 miles I've done. Well, didn't you wonder where I was?
20 miles, 22 miles, there's not much difference.
I've been ages.
And now you're back.
Oh, you doing the fire without me?
Well, you weren't here.
The bull.
Well, I had to make a start without you.
Well, I wanted to do that.
Yes, but you weren't here.
I was chased by a bull!
Yes! Yes, we've all heard your big dramatic bull story and your heroic escape and your amazing 2 whole extra miles. Well done! Now, we're making the fire, aren't we, Mum?
Well, I am.
Poor Mum was bloody freezing.
You should have let me do it. I would have had it done in no time.
Well, it's done now.
There should have been some kind of warning. They couldn't just allow dangerous creatures to just roam around like that. There should have been a sign we should report it.
But he's back now and no harm done. Just chill, Bill. I'll get you a drink.
Get your blanket. You'll be in shock.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just a bit cold now.
The fire's looking good. We'll soon have you warmed up.
Daisy gets a drink for Dan.
Thanks.
Rose gets a blanket from inside the pod and wraps it around Dan. He stands next to the fire while Rose sits on a cushion on the floor.
You've done a good job on this fire, Iris. Why don't we do a toast? To your dad, to Jeff.
To
Jeff.
He'd love this. The fire, the stars, us all being together.
Oh, I forgot. I'll get him, shall I? He should be here.
I wish you could, Mum.
Oh, I can. I brought him along.
Did you get him out of the car?
Yes, he's in my rucksack under my bathroom bag. Go and get him, Daisy.
What are you two on about?
Dad's ashes. We brought them along.
No.
Yeah. Couldn't have him missing his own birthday, could we?
When? I mean, what? Dad wanted to be buried in the green burial site. We chose a tree.
I know, Rose, but it was really expensive. Dad wouldn't have wanted us to spend the money like that. He would want us to have a nice holiday, and that's what we're doing.
You had him cremated.
Well, it was just neater and easier in the end, love.
You had him cremated and you didn't tell me.
Well, you know now. Go and get him, Daisy.
Oh, this is outrageous. I can't believe you had him cremated and you didn't tell me. I mean, is that even allowed? Don't you need everyone's permission?
Oh, don't be silly.
Can you believe this, Dan?
Well, it is a bit of a shock.
A bit of a shock. They've had my dad cremated with no kind of ceremony without telling me.
I did a ceremony.
Daisy did a ceremony.
Daisy did a ceremony.
Wait till you hear this.
So you did some private hippy-dippy ceremony and you burnt our dad.
It was not hippy-dippy. I took it very seriously, actually.
You cleansed the space.
You what?
I cleansed the space around Dad with sage.
She set the smoke alarm off.
Yes, well, that was unfortunate.
She wafted burning sage over your dad and set the smoke alarm off.
Did you chant too? I bet you chanted.
They're hardwired in.
Yes, I did chant, Dan, actually. I created a soundscape to help Dad's spirit on its way. It was very moving.
I had to flap my cardigan at it.
You didn't think to tell me?
Oh, I knew you and Dan wouldn't understand. You wouldn't have liked it. It was something I had to do for me.
What about me? He was my dad too.
Well, it's done now. And like you said, you didn't have anything that you needed to say. You had a great relationship, you said. You told him everything, you said. And Mum wanted him with her on his birthday. Didn't you, Mum? So we thought that cremating him would be the best thing to do.
Daisy produces an urn of ashes.
And here he is.
Oh, my daddy.
All right, Rose, it's not the railway children.
There you are, Jeff. You've missed all the fun.
Well, this is very irreverent and odd.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I can't deal with this. With all this right now.
Oh, come here, Rose. It'll be all right. I think your dad would have quite liked this if he was here, love, eh? He had a funny sense of humour, didn't he? He was always cracking the dark jokes at those inappropriate times. Honestly, I think he would have had a bit of a chuckle if he was here now, love.
He is here.
Look, we can still do the nice tree.
Yeah, we can still get a treat. I can bless it and everything.
That won't be necessary, Daisy.
Alright, it's just an offer.
I can't get my head around this. I thought we'd decided we'd have this weekend for his birthday and then we'd have the funeral. It's what I prepared for. I thought we'd agreed.
He's dead, love. It doesn't matter now. What matters is that we loved him very much. And he loved us. We'll never forget him, whether we've got a tree or an urn of ashes. He was really very ready to die, you know. He's at peace now. I know it's a cliche, but it's true. Isn't that right, Jeff? He says yes. He's at peace and he wants his lovely daughters to be at peace too. Not in a dead way. He wants you both to be kind to one another.
Iris gestures Rose and Daisy to come and stand with her.
And your dear old mum. And Dan, he says put the kettle on. All that gin's made Iris thirsty.
Scene 3. Early the next morning. Sunshine. Daisy sits on the porch of the pod in a white dressing gown, holding a mug of tea. Dan comes out from the pod in a grey dressing gown with a mug of coffee.
Morning.
Morning.
Thought you'd still be in bed after your run yesterday.
Oh, I've always been an early bird.
Rose still asleep.
Oh, yeah. The underfloor heating was a bit much for her. She was too hot all night. I think she's only gone to sleep.
Told her. Menopause.
You didn't, did you? Oh, God, I bet she loved that.
Don't know why she's in denial about it. It's just a fact of life, innit?
Well, you might feel differently when you're a bit closer to it.
You're such a modern man, aren't you, Dan? Casually chatting menopause. Bet you say you're a feminist as well.
Of course.
No.
So how are you feeling today with...
Dad's birthday?
Yeah.
Dunno. Bit weird. We're all being a bit weird about it, aren't we?
You're always weird, it's hard to tell.
Fuck off, Dan, you know what I mean.
Oh, I'm just joking.
I know, me too.
Dan sits next to Daisy in the porch of the pod.
Sorry for being a bit mean yesterday. It's just, you know, everything. I know I'm difficult. Don't know why I'm like that, to be honest, for all me soul searching. Ironic, innit?
It is a bit, Daisy. I'm sorry too. I should have been kinder, you know, with your dad and everything. It's a lot.
Yes. It is a lot.
I'm so eloquent, a lot.
It's early, I'll let you off. Dan,
Yes, Daisy.
does Rose ever talk about me?
How do you mean? You're a little sister, she talks about you all the time.
No, but has she ever said anything about me?
She says lots of things.
Do you think she likes us?
Daisy, she loves you. She wouldn't put up with all your shit if she didn't.
Do you think she's proud of it?
Proud.
Yeah. I just want her to be proud. She's always so distant and aloof.
Rose? Roses? I don't see that at all.
She's always taking the piss. And I know what she's doing.
What's she doing?
She's using humour to deflect.
Using humour to deflect.
Yes. From how she really feels. So I never know.
Using humour to deflect.
Come on, Dan. This isn't one of my hippie spiritual ideas.
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm surprised.
Mum's doing it too. So she doesn't have to face up to her feelings.
It's just her way of coping.
I know, but we've all got so used to it. Joking around. Dad was the worst. We used to say terrible things to him, like Shut up, Dad. You don't get a say. You'll be dead soon. Remember when he pretended to be dead? And when I reached over, he grabbed my wrist like out of a film. Rose just laughed. Dad did too. They'd planned it. Why would they do that?
It was so funny, your face.
It was cruel. It really upset me.
You laughed about it in the end.
I was using humour to deflect.
I get it.
Everyone thinks I'm a joke.
Oh, that's not true.
Really?
Well, you don't make it easy.
I know you think I'm ridiculous.
I think you mainly mean well.
I mainly mean well. That would make a great epitaph, wouldn't it? Here lies Daisy, she mainly meant well.
Oh, come on. You'll outlive us all with your healthy alternative remedies and your paleo diets.
I'm not paleo. Why does everyone think I'm paleo?
Let's have a good day today, Daisy. For your dad's sake. And for Rose. She's still upset about that cremation.
Yeah. That sort of just happened. It was the shock, I think. I just went along with everything.
God knows how a cremation sort of just happened.
We can still have a tree.
Yeah,
Or a rose bush for his rose. Do you think she'd like that?
maybe.
I'll apologise. I should have said. I am sorry. It'll be okay.
Yeah, well, it'll have to be. It's done now.
I meant well.
I'm sure you did, Daisy. I'm sure you did.
Shut up, Dan.
Hope you two aren't fighting. Not today.
Actually, we've been having a rather nice little chat, haven't we, Daisy?
Could say that. It was almost civil.
I really can't cope with all the sniping.
Really, we're fine.
We really are.
So I can leave you together safely while I go and have a quick shower?
Yes, ma'am.
Rose heads off for the shower block.
Sometimes I call her ma'am just to see how she'll react.
What? Why would she react?
Because she is me ma'am.
No, she isn't.
Yes, she is. And I know you know. So you can stop with the pretense. Ma'am's not me ma'am, and Rose is. It's obvious.
This is the craziest thing I've ever heard you say, and that is saying something.
It's not that uncommon. There's loads of people who think the ma'am's the ma'am, but actually the sister's the ma'am and the ma'am's not the ma'am at all.
Oh, well, now you've explained it so clearly.
I've known for a while. I've just been waiting for someone to tell us. I thought Dad might on his deathbed, but he didn't.
Well, that's because it's not true. It's something you've just made up. It's one of your little fantasies.
Dan, I know it's true. It's so obvious. The ridiculous age gap, the way that she is with us. You all think you've done such a good job trying to protect us from it.
Protect you? What?
I know you think I can't handle the truth. That I'm just a silly baby.
Daisy, you are so wide of the mark, it's not even funny.
I just think it's time we've got it all out in the open.
Got what out in the open?
Daisy's gone mad.
God?
I haven't gone mad, I'm just saying.
Say what?
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
If you've got something to say, then just say it.
No. It's nothing, it doesn't matter. Dan's right, I'm just being mad. It's just the stress of the day. We'll just talk about it later.
Right. Well, Rose has gone to a lot of effort here, so let's not spoil it with shenanigans.
Yes, let's not spoil the shenanigans, Daisy.
And you can be nice too, Dan.
Sorry.
Where is Rose?
Shower block.
Oh, right, I'll go and meet her.
Don't say anything to Rose about her being your mum.
It has to come out sooner or later.
No, it doesn't, because it's not true. Look, you're going to upset her more than you realise with all this.
Oh, fine, okay, we'll keep on pretending, but you'll know that I know.
You don't know anything.
We'll see.
Seriously, Daisy.
Oh my God, I get it. She hasn't told you either. I really am her dark little secret. Wow.
You're not a dark little secret and she's not your mum. Just leave this.
Leave what?
Nothing.
These two are as thick as thieves this morning.
Right, well, if it's another cremation type surprise, then I really can't cope.
Everything's fine.
Good. So we can all just get on with the day?
Scene 4. Later the same day. A yellow cloth is laid on the floor with the urn in the centre. A wine bottle and glasses are also on the cloth. Daisy, Rose and Iris sit around the urn in quiet contemplation. Meditative music plays from Daisy's phone. Daisy is wearing a long flowing gown and crystal bracelets. Dan is over to the left, away from the others, stretching his leg out and rolling it on a massage roller.
Shit eater.
Dan! Come and join the circle.
It's not a circle, Daisy.
You know what I mean?
It's a triangle at best, and if I join it, it'll be a square.
Dan, I really think if you open your mind up to this, you wouldn't be so tense. There's no point rolling muscles that are wound tight with all the emotion you're failing to express.
I ran 22 miles off road yesterday, Daisy. If my muscles are tense, it's because of that and not because of some repressed emotions.
I know what you think, but if you go deeper, you can start to ask yourself the real questions.
Like what exactly?
Like, what is it you're running away from?
It was a bull, a bloody bull.
I don't mean literally.
She doesn't mean literally.
Of course she doesn't mean literally.
And that's what I want to explore in this circle.
Square.
Whatever, just come and join us. I promise I won't make you sing.
Dan reluctantly comes and joins the others in the circle.
It'll be good for us. Good. Now, let's all take a few deep breaths together to unify us and bring us closer. Acknowledging the space. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Really trying to breathe down into our stomach chakras.
I'll just use my lungs.
Ignoring that, Dan. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4.
It's actually quite relaxing, isn't it?
Shut up, Mammy, you're spoiling it. 2, 3, 4.
Well, I don't know why we can't just go for a nice little walk. 2, 3, 4. I don't know why we've got to do this ridiculous circle ceremony. 2, 3, 4.
We have to do something to acknowledge it, Dan. 2, 3, 4. Especially as they just went ahead and had my dad cremated without so much as a by your leave. 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy. I think I might be hyperventilating.
It's the grief, Mum. Let it out. Acknowledge it and let it out.
Oh, I think I'm just going to have to breathe normally for a bit, love. Everything's spinning.
Fine. Okay, let's join hands.
Oh, please, no.
Give us your hand, Dan. Ma'am?
They all shuffle closer and hold hands.
Well, this is nice.
Shh, Rose. Let's just take a moment to listen.
Sorry, what are we listening for?
Well, what can you hear?
Birds?
Good.
Wind in the trees?
Good, Dan. That's lovely. Let's just take a moment to meditate on those sounds for a bit.
Pretty sure I'm here the A19.
Well, Dan, that's okay. That's everyday life going on. All the people on their own personal journeys. Let's acknowledge it and send our love and thoughts to those who are travelling.
I'm sorry, love, but all I can hear is me bloody tummy rumbling. Is it time for the hash cake yet?
No, ma'am.
Shame.
And it's not a hash cake. You're determined to spoil this, aren't you? To make it all a joke. Dad's dead, you know. Have some respect.
I'm sorry, I'm just I don't know what you're trying to achieve.
Well, that's because you're not doing it properly. Right. Where was I?
Sending love and thoughts to the traffic.
Yes. So, what I thought we'd do is share some thoughts with Dad. Say them out loud. Anything at all? Things that you wish you told him. Let's just really open up Get everything out there, okay?
Daisy passes the urn to Rose.
Rose? Why don't you start?
I told you. Dad and I were very happy with how everything was. There's nothing I need to say.
I'm sure that can't be true.
It is.
We all have our little secrets, don't we?
No. And even if I did, who says I want to share them now?
Dad.
Dad isn't here.
Metaphorically, though.
I don't think that's the correct use of the word.
Shut up, Dan. Rose?
No, really. The call of this is making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. I don't think it's me.
Honestly, Rose, just get it out there. You'll feel so much better.
I haven't got anything to get out there.
I'm sure that can't be true.
It is. It really
Look,
is.
just leave it, Daisy. Can you not see you upsetting her?
I'm not upset.
You do sound a bit.
I'm not upset. I just don't like circle time. I don't like being made to speak. I don't know why we can't just hang out together and let things happen naturally.
What things?
I don't know. I don't mean things. I just mean conversation. I don't know why we have to ritualise normal conversation.
Because no one ever says anything in normal conversation, Rose.
Yes, they do. That's how conversation works. I say something, you say something. I don't like being put on the spot like this. It's too weird. It's too much pressure.
I have to say, it sounds like you're being very defensive. It sounds very much like you've got something to hide.
Oh, Daisy, leave her alone. She doesn't want to play your game.
Oh my God, Mum. That is so triggering.
Triggering?
Talk about flashbacks.
Are you okay?
Oh, she's fine. She's just creating drama, attention-seeking as usual.
Daisy?
It's just all I heard when I was little. Leave her alone. She doesn't want to play with you.
Is that all?
Is that all? I spent my entire childhood trying to get you to notice me. To play with us. To even acknowledge my existence.
I was 16 when you came along. Of course I didn't want to play with you. You're being ridiculous.
You were my world.
I was not your world.
You were. I admired you. I wanted to be just like you. I raided your wardrobe, your makeup.
I remember that. My pearls shimmer rimmel everywhere.
You just ignored us. Shooed us away at every opportunity.
I was a teenager. What teenager wants to hang out with a small child?
And all of that is especially cruel now I know what I know.
Daisy, please stop talking.
What are you on about? What is it that you think you know?
How about that cake? Maybe we all need some nice CBD oil icing just to calm things down a little bit.
Now, hold on. I want to know what she's on about.
Oh, I think you know.
I'm warning you, Daisy.
What is this? Do you know too?
I know what Daisy thinks she knows, and I know it's a really good idea if she keeps what she thinks she knows to herself.
Oh, well done, Dan. Now that you've said that you know what she thinks she knows, we're all going to have to know.
Do you know
I
too?
don't know anything.
Of course you do. It's all been a massive cover-up right from the start.
I promise I have no idea.
Really going to regret this, Daisy.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Dan, what? What is it?
I know, Rose. You can stop it now, all of you. I know that you're my mum.
God.
I know that you're my mum.
What?
Said it now. It's out there. Whoosh.
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 You think I'm your mum?
I'm your mum.
You think I'm your mum?
How could Rose be your mum? I'm your mum.
Mum, it's okay. I know you're not my mum.
But I'm your mum.
You're me mum. Of course you're me mum. Rose is just me birth mother. You always be mum.
I'm your bloody mother. I'm your bloody birth mother and your mother. It's me.
Mum, I know now. There's no point in denying it all.
I'm not your birth mother. I'm your sister. Really, Daisy? You're being ridiculous. You must have seen your birth certificate. You must have a copy of it. Does it say that I'm your mum?
No.
Well then.
Why would she could have just lied?
Excuse me. She
That would be illegal.
would never do that.
This is crazy.
Daisy is crazy. I don't know why anyone's surprised.
I'm not crazy and I'm still not convinced.
Oh my God, Daisy, what part of I'm not your mum are you not getting here?
Well, can we just leave this now? The whole thing's absolutely
I
ridiculous.
don't want to leave it. I want answers.
You've had your answers, you really have.
No. Nah, I'm not buying this. Nah, I've always been different. I've been treated differently by you, by Mum, by Dad, by everyone.
You honestly haven't been.
What would you know? You're not me. I've always felt like this.
It's just because you're the youngest, that's all.
Don't patronise me.
I'm not. I don't mean to. It's not your fault. We babied you.
Spoiled more like.
That's not helpful.
Well, I don't know why you're pandering to her. Honestly, she's just making drama where there isn't any, as usual.
Well, it's because she's my sister and she's upset. And it's Dad's birthday, so I think we should all try and be nice.
Right, well, then let's just put her out of her misery.
Put her out of her misery?
Yeah, tell her.
Tell us what?
Tell her what?
You know. I know it's hot, but at least it'll shut her up.
I don't think this is the time, do you?
There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm not.
I don't know why I'm just told her.
Told us what?
Dan!
Rose can't have children.
Oh, wow, Dan, thanks.
Rose can't have children.
Yeah, so you need to think about what you're saying before you just come up with these unfounded theories which are at best crazy and at worst insensitive and potentially harmful.
Yeah, you need to give that some thought too, Dan. That really wasn't your information to share.
It's fine, Rose. We overcame this years ago, didn't we?
You might have.
Well, it's no secret we don't have children.
That's really not the point.
You can't have children now, but when you were younger.
No. No, Daisy, I've never been able to conceive. God, thanks for this, Dan. Thanks so much.
Well, why?
I'm not being funny, but I really don't want to go into this right now. Can't have kids, okay? I wish I could. Part of me would have loved it if your madcap theory was true, because then I'd be a mother, wouldn't I? I'd have a beautiful daughter and I'd be a bloody mum. I'd know what that was like instead of having to constantly reassure myself that I don't need a child to complete me, that I'm lucky to have a relatively carefree lifestyle and lots of disposable income, that a woman doesn't need to procreate to be a real woman, whatever that means. Sorry, I'll shut up now. I don't know what I'm saying. I'll stop talking. I'm not your mum, is what I'm saying. I'm not your mum.
You never said.
No.
I didn't know.
No.
You should have said.
Why?
Oh, I don't know, so I didn't go on thinking you were me mum.
Daisy! I didn't know you thought I was your mum. You've literally just told me.
I thought it was a lifestyle choice.
It was not a lifestyle choice.
I mean, you haven't even got any pets.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, I just thought you'd need something to love if you can't have kids.
A dog is not a baby, Daisy.
Well, cats, shouldn't you have cats?
Shut up, Daisy. I don't need dogs or cats. I wanted a baby, okay? I wanted a baby, but it never happened. It's not going to happen now, and I've just had to get used to that. Oh, God, thanks so much for this, Dan. This is exactly what I needed.
I thought we were over this, Rose.
Well, good. That means I'm doing a really great job of pretending that everything's okay.
Everything is okay, isn't it?
Yes, Dan. Everything is okay.
Shut up. I thought everything was okay.
So you really can't have children?
I really can't.
Then what is it?
What's what?
This thing? This feeling thing?
Just like that, everything's about you again.
Man? You're being very quiet.
Dan, can you pop Jeff into the pod and shut the door, please?
Yeah, if you like.
Dan takes the urn and goes into the pod, closing the door behind him hesitantly. Rose sits on a cushion. They wait. Dan re-emerges from the pod.
Sorry, I wasn't sure what side of the door you wanted me on.
Come and sit down.
Right.
Iris nervously stands in front of the others.
Right. Well, here's something that'll surprise you. Daisy isn't entirely misguided.
I think that's exactly what she is.
I didn't want your dad to hear, because he made me promise not to tell you both. Said it wasn't important, because he loved you both. He loved you both so much. But I think it's important for Daisy to know, because she's right, in a way. She's barking up the wrong tree, but she's not entirely barking. And she's got the right to bark, if you see what I mean.
Oh yes, you've made that perfectly clear. I can see where she gets a gift of explanation from.
Gift of explanation.
Oh my God, you two, will you shut up? I'll just say this quickly and clearly so there can be no confusion. Yes, that's what I'll do. Oh gosh, this is harder than I thought. The tree. The tree you should be barking up is, well, it's...
What? What is it? What tree? What tree should I be barking up?
Yeah, what tree?
There is no tree, just say it, Iris.
Your dad's not your dad, Daisy. Well, he is your dad, but he's not your dad, if you see what I mean.
Dad's not my dad.
Dad's not your dad.
Is Dad my dad?
Dad's your dad, Rose.
But Dad's not my dad.
No, sorry.
Wow.
God.
Okay, sorry. No. No, it's fine.
Really?
Yeah? I knew I was right.
But you weren't, though, were you?
Dan, please. Learn when to say things out loud.
This is like all the fragments falling into place. I can practically see them. I can feel myself becoming whole. This is going to do wonders for my soul work. This is a gift. It's all about accepting the gift and offering it back to the universe.
Right. Well, I'm glad you're taking such a positive approach, but I think we need more information.
It's all about acceptance, Rose.
Yeah, hang on, if Jeff isn't Daisy's dad, then who is?
Adrian.
Adrian?
I met him on holiday in Greece. He was Greek.
Adrian. Is that a Greek name?
I don't know. But it was his name and he was Greek.
So, a holiday romance.
A rite of passage, I suppose.
Rite of passage? There was a rite of passage in the late 30s.
Since when did you get to choose the cut-off point for rites of passage, Daisy?
Yes, Daisy, it's all about acceptance, remember?
Fine. It's fine, I'm fine. I'm just embracing the fragments as they fall into my upturned, outstretched hands.
It was a brief affair. Over almost as soon as it started.
It's a polite way of saying one night stand.
Dan, that's disgusting. I don't want to think about that.
So don't have one-night stands when they're old.
I wasn't old, I was 38. That's not old. And it wasn't one night. It was 3 nights at the very least.
Well, this is all very Shirley Valentine.
You?
Doesn't matter.
Oh yes, I'm aware I'm a massive cliché. I just got swept along with it all.
But Dad...
Oh yes, Rose, it was not my finest hour. Or 3 nights or whatever. It was an approaching 40 kind of thing.
Midlife crisis.
If you like, yes.
That's no excuse.
I wouldn't dream of trying to excuse it.
What was he like?
He drove a minibus.
A bus driver. Daisy's dad is a bus driver. Classic.
And he ran the beach yoga. Very popular class with the ladies.
A yogi? I knew it. I knew it must come from somewhere, my spirituality.
He's a bus driver called Adrian.
He was a yogi named after the Adriatic Sea.
It's the Aegean for Greece, or the Med.
Why do you have to be so pedantic?
I'm just stating a geographical fact.
Or maybe just don't, Dan. Maybe we let Daisy have this instead of being a twat.
Wow. Okay.
Right. Well, I think we all need a little bit of time to get our heads around this. I know I do. I'm going to go for a walk. Come on, Dan.
I'm alright, yeah.
We're walking.
We're walking.
Scene 5. A little later the same day. The meditation things have been packed away. Daisy sits alone on the porch of the pod. Iris comes out and hands Daisy a drink.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner.
It's okay. It's not like there'll ever be a right time, is there?
That's a nice way to let me off the hook.
Yeah, well, I am nice most of the time. And I did a pilgrimage.
A pilgrimage? You didn't.
Online,
You can do a virtual pilgrimage, can you?
of course. It was really good, actually. I got a certificate.
Oh, you have so many.
It's the one above the aloe vera plant in my room. Anyway, this pilgrimage was sort of my journey to self-discovery, see?
Not really, but I'll try.
Iris takes a cushion and sits next to Daisy on the porch.
It was all about how you can't control the things that happen to you, you know, but you can control the way that you react to them. It was really life-changing, actually. You've probably noticed how much more zen I've been.
Probably, if I knew what Zen was.
So you see, I could have gone mad and made a huge deal out of all this dad stuff. But instead, I've just chosen to go with it, go with the flow, embrace and accept.
I really admire the way you've handled it. I'm proud of you, you know.
Thanks, Mum. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm getting there.
We'll never stop being a work in progress, love. Your dad was proud of you too, you know. He admired your spirit, loved the way you looked at the world.
He thought I was a bit of a joke.
He really didn't. He found you fascinating.
What about Adrian? Do you think he'd be proud of us?
Who knows, love? I closed the door on all that years ago.
I'm going to choose to believe that he would be then.
Good choice.
I might try and find him one day. Maybe.
He was a bit of a Lothario, so you've probably got half-brothers and sisters all over the world.
It can be a project for another time then. Sibling hunt. I could write a book.
Probably relatively easy with the internet.
Yeah. Dad did pretty well to stay with you, even after he knew.
Oh, yes. That.
What?
He didn't know.
What?
He didn't know, I never told him.
Mum? He didn't know.
Oh, okay.
But you said?
Yes, well, I wasn't ready to tell everything to everyone all at once. Better everyone thinks your dad was an amazingly generous, forgiving soul.
Better that than focus on your lies and deceit. Making him bring up your little cuckoo, pretending everything was fine.
Everything was fine, it really was.
Then what were you doing with Adrian?
I told you, rite of passage.
You're not coming out with this very well.
What happened to accepting the gift?
You keep taking it off us and changing it. I happen to think I'm being very calm under the circumstances. God, I can't believe this.
Oh, Daisy, can we just leave it now? I'm a bitch and your dad's a saint. Happy birthday, Jeff.
Are you going to tell Rose and Dan the truth?
Are you?
Well, it's not really up to me, is it?
Oh, Daisy. I don't care what you do. I just want peace. A peaceful goodbye to the man I loved.
To a man you lied to for nearly 30 years.
Daisy, it doesn't matter now. We had a good life. He had 2 beautiful daughters who he loved with all his heart. Who was I to upset all that? Make everything shitty? Better he died happy. I can't change it now. It was a one-off with Adrian.
3 off.
Oh.
You said 3.
All right, 3 off. It doesn't make any difference. I just got carried away by it all.
3 times.
Yes, 3 times. 3 sodding times. Probably more than 3 if I'm absolutely honest. I was on a mission. A pilgrimage, if you want to use your language. I went on holiday on my own to find myself and see what else was out there.
Oh, wow. Wow, you actually sorted out a sordid little affair with a random bus driving Lothario?
No, Daisy. I was looking for myself. Surely you, of all people, should understand that. I've got lost in everything. 15 years of people saying, oh, who's that? It's just Jeff's wife. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's Rose's mum. All that. People used to ask me what I did, and I would say, me? I'm just a mum. Just a mum. Like it was a nothing thing. I didn't feel like me. I didn't feel valued. I didn't feel like I'd achieved anything. Adrian made me feel a bit alive, I suppose. A bit more Iris.
You used another man to validate yourself. Pathetic. It makes no sense, and then you got another baby out of it, so that worked out well for you, didn't it?
Yes, I know how stupid I sound, I really do. But I got you out of it. And I wouldn't be without you for the whole world, regardless of what you think of me. Please, Daisy, let's let this go. Let's not spoil today.
I don't think it's me that's spoiling this, do you?
What about the Zen thing? What about choosing how we react? What about going with the flow?
Fuck the flow.
Daisy!
No, seriously, fuck it. I've decided only dead fish swim with the current. That's what I've decided. Fuck the flow. And actually, fuck you too.
Daisy storms off. Iris stands in shock for a moment and then quietly goes to the table and picks up the cake tin. She takes it and sits on the bench and starts picking at the cake and eating it. Rose comes back from her walk.
We're back.
Oh, good. I'm not hallucinating off this cake, then.
You're eating the cake.
I am. I'm eating the cake.
Dad's birthday cake.
Well, I hardly think he's going to notice, do you?
Well, no, but I don't know. I suppose I just wanted it to be part of the goodbye, the ceremony, the ritual, whatever. But actually, I've come to a realisation.
You sound just like Daisy.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted everything to be right, and I've been trying to make it right, and I think I've been trying too hard.
Where's Dad?
He's coming. We've had a good talk. We haven't talked, not properly, not for ages. We've both been so busy. Then Dad. So that took over. We saw a hare on our walk, all gangly, with its black-tipped ears. It looked straight at us. And I thought about Dad and how he would have loved that and how he'd have known all the hare facts. And then I imagined that the hare was Dad, his spirit watching over me, over all of this. And then he sort of lolloped off. And I thought, okay, that's okay. He's free now. He's happy. And I thought about never being a mum, of never knowing that. And I watched the hair as it disappeared. And then I just started crying for no reason. But you know what? I think we can get through this, all of this, together as a family. I think it doesn't matter too much about closure or rich or anything like that, as long as we've got each other. Am I making any sense at all here? I don't think I'm making any sense, am I?
Your car's gone.
Mum's car's gone.
Yeah, your car's gone. There's Daisy's taking it, because if she hasn't, it's been nicked.
Why would Daisy have taken the car? Mum?
I might have upset her a bit.
What do you mean upset her?
Just that, really.
Well, she's probably just gone to get some headspace or something, hasn't she? Mum?
Probably.
What, in the car?
Yes, Dan, in the car.
And all this countryside's around?
Yeah, I mean, Dan, don't worry too much about Daisy. Sure she'll be back soon, won't she? Mum?
I expect so.
Oh, you're eating the cake?
I am.
I thought we were...
We're not now.
Is that okay?
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, for God's sake, eat some cake.
Scene 6. It's late evening, night sky. Fairy lights surround the pod. The fire is burning. Iris sits on the bench. Dan is sitting on the camping stool.
Is that your car?
Say car.
Is it your car?
All cars sound the same, don't they?
No.
Is that Daisy?
Daisy comes in, laden with shopping bags.
Didn't you hear us? I beeped.
We heard you.
Well, why didn't you come and help?
Oh, sorry, was it a message? Morse code, beep, 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 come and help.
Dan.
I've got to carry them bags by myself with my hands. We ate the cake. You ate the cake.
We ate the cake.
We didn't know if you were coming back.
So you ate the cake?
It's my fault I started it.
You certainly did, Mum. But it's okay.
Is it?
It really is.
Really?
I'm back to me calm zen self now.
Great.
I was angry, but I'm fine now, honest. I got food. It's revenge food, sorry.
Revenge food?
I got it while I was still angry, as revenge.
Revenge food.
Yes, Dan, revenge food. It's all Greek, see. I've got tiramisu latte, olives, feta, some marinated bean salad thing, stuffed vine leaves, baklava, all sorts. All Greek. I've got some ouzo too. It's disgusting though. I tried it. I got it all on your credit card, ma'am. From Waitrose. That was part of the revenge, see?
I see.
I'm sorry now though. I don't want revenge now. I'm regretting it all a bit now.
It's okay, Daisy. It's been a massive day for all of us, especially you.
I like Greek food.
After this, I'm going to take myself off and do some serious aura regeneration. I think I'll be better at healing now that I've got all the pieces.
Well, that's good, isn't it? Positives.
Oh, you've got to eat the food.
Not now, Dan. Shush.
Daisy sits next to Iris on the bench.
I should have told you sooner, I really should.
I don't know. Maybe you should. Maybe now's the right time. The universe knows. It sends signs all the time.
Signs, right.
It does. To help us cope.
People see what they want to see. They make it mean something.
Well, yeah, but that's okay, I think. It's all part of the message. You just have to be open to it, allow it to help you.
Fine.
Okay, Dan, here's today's little sign. Today's little message from the universe.
Really?
I was driving along, right, with my revenge food way too fast because I was angry, and all of a sudden, there was this massive rabbit in the middle of the road.
A rabbit?
A rabbit.
Yes, a massive rabbit. And it's just sat there, literally caught in the headlights, you know, like the same thing. And it's just sitting there, staring. And I have to slam my brakes on because it's not moving, it's literally just sat there. And the car comes to a stop a couple of feet away from it, right? And still, it just sits. And I look at my hands all clenched and white on the steering wheel, like fists. And I let go. And I stretch my fingers out. And I breathe out. And all the tension and anger leaves my body. And as it goes, the rabbit goes. It just hops off. And I feel calm again, I really do. And it's like the rabbit was my anger or something. And now that I've let it go, the rabbit's gone and I can move on.
Wow, that is profound. A rabbit in the road is a metaphor for anger. The rage rabbit?
It was the hare.
Hare rabbit, it's the same thing.
No, it isn't.
The point is, Dan, it was a sign from the universe. Can you really not say that?
You were driving along a country lane. You were about to come across some wildlife somewhere down the way, weren't you?
It was the hare. The hare we saw. It was Dad.
Are you crying, Rose?
Yes, I'm crying. I'm fucking crying, all right? Can't you just go along with all this? Does everything have to make sense? Can't we just have a beautiful story for once? A bit of bloody magic?
It was just a rabbit in the middle of the road.
It was a hare. It was a fucking hare.
That makes all the difference.
Oh my God, Dan, shut up.
Oh, shut up and sit down, Dan. It's not the time for this. It's Jeff's birthday. It's a hard day. Surely you can see that. Let the girls have their signs, their bits of sodden magic. What harm can it actually do? We all need something to believe in, even you.
I do believe in things. I do. Just not magic or signs or paleo diets.
I'm not paleo.
I know that, Daisy. I do. I don't know what you are. Well, none of us do know what we are, do we? It doesn't matter though, does it, in the grand scheme of things? I mean, why do we have to define ourselves? Why can't we just be? This is our one life. The only one we get. It really is. And we don't need science or your arse movement, Daisy, to tell us that, do we? We're on this planet alive, and that's a privilege. Life's short. Just ask Jeff. Now, can we please just eat the food? Eat the revenge food and have a toast or something, please.
There's nothing left to drink for the toast. We've drunk everything.
There's ouzo. It's disgusting though.
It doesn't seem entirely appropriate in the circumstances.
Don't think it really matters, does it?
I suppose not.
No, I had this terramassalata stuff before. What's in it?
Fish eggs.
Really? Oh, God, I thought it was something sweet. Is this an octopus in this job?
Bits of an octopus.
Wow.
Poor thing. Wish I hadn't got it now. Should have stuck with the veggie stuff.
Should we do that toast now? Well,
I'm all out of fancy speeches.
we don't need a fancy speech. We really don't.
Let's just keep it simple.
Rose gives the urn of ashes to Iris. Daisy and Rose sit together in the porch.
Happy birthday, Jeff. Sorry you didn't make it. You were a great husband. Dad. Man. You really were. I'm sorry I wasn't perfect, but, well, who is really? You weren't. But that's okay. It's okay not to be perfect, I think. And it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, as they say. And they do say that, don't they? A lot.
And it's the end of your day now. Your birthday. And we're all here for you. And for the most part, I was. I was proud to be Jeff's wife. So that's good. And I'm proud to be Rose and Daisy's mum too. I'm proud, basically, of all of us. So, to Jeff is what I'm trying to say. Is all that needs to be said. To Jeff.
To my dad.
And mine.
And yours.
Always.
To Jeff.
Dad.
Oh, God. Oh, that's awful. That's fine.
Oh, it's fine. I'll have a drop more if there isn't.
Daisy pours some more ouzo for everyone. They gather together in the light of the porch and put their arms around each other as the lights slowly fade. Pod was written by Arabella Arnott and starred Arabella Arnott, David Raynor, Kylie Ann Ford and Judi Earl. It was directed by Matt Jamie, designed by Alison Ashton. Stage manager was Andrea Scrimshaw. Pod was produced by Matt Jamie and Coracle Productions with Rachel Horton in association with Alphabetti Theatre. Camera work by Matt Jamie and Andrew Berriman with the editing by Matt Jamie. With thanks to Ali Pritchard, Ellis McGowan, Cy Beckwith, Liv Hunt, Esther Fearn, Rachel Walvin and everyone at Alphabetti Theatre. Becky Glendenning-Laycock and David Oliver and Arts Council England. And if you'd like to make a donation, you can find the link on this page or in the description under the video.